Download it free today.
Good morning, I'm Frank Buckley. Home values across California dropping by tens of billions of dollars collectively. We'll explain.
Good morning, I'm Rose Ramos on the 6th Street where the lights are no more. The bridge has gone dark. Police saying it all has to do with copper wires pulled out. We're going to explain all of that, and you're going to hear from residents who say they walk and run this bridge every day. What they have to say about it all coming up.
I'm Eric Spillman. Authorities say they have text messages and DNA evidence from the 22-year-old man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The latest on the investigation coming up.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Holmes. A Southern California mother's birth plan took a sudden, unexpected change. How she welcomed her new daughter, coming up.
Hey there, everybody. Good morning. I'm Melvin Robert. Coming up, highlights from the winner's room, including conversations with Jean Smart and Hannah Einbinder after they clinched that Emmy Gold, plus a fashion recap of the greatest moments from the carpet we've seen today.
And on top of that, our very own Jessica Holmes said it was quite warm on the here we go with the weather for getting the humid, even get humider word over the end of the week. Santa clearing out next couple of hours. 7 downtown up to 87, San Fernando Valley another hot one at 97, High Desert 96, 98, Inland Empire, Orange County degrees. Jessica, back to you.
Mark, thank you. Issues continue plaguing the 6th Bridge in downtown Los Angeles. Bridge had target tags and copper wire thieves in the dark. KTLADT Rose Ramos live now in Boyle Heights with more on Rose. Good morning.
Hi, Jess. Good morning to you. Yeah, wanted to come out to the bridge to take a look ourselves and what we're hearing about on this bridge. Now, I remember it opened back in 2022, and one of the best things about it was the way in the night sky all completely lit up. But that is no more. The gone dark because of getting stolen, and it looks like this because you can see wiring here on the bridge. It looks like that all along the bridge that we walk, both sides of the street. Police to social media of days ago exactly what is going on here so we can get a better understanding. They say our 6th Bridge longer lights up and is covered with graffiti. Thieves repeatedly steal the copper wiring and have left the bridge in the dark. Adding that is plaguing the 6th Street Bridge, including the copper wire theft, the street takeover, the graffiti, the lack of lighting, and the need for ongoing funding. Well, that will, they say, require a multi-layered community approach. Now, the councilwoman who represents this area, her name is Jurado, posted these images saying crews were hired removing the graffiti, but as you heard from the police department, graffiti, that's not the thing. It's the vandalism and the copper wire thefts, which, by the way, people are stealing copper wires primarily to sell them for scrap metal. Now, earlier this morning, we spoke to folks who are running and walking along this bridge. Hear what they have to say. Would it be nice if it were up?
Yeah, like most cities have lit up bridges around town, and it adds to a comfort, it adds to a niceness for the neighborhoods. And so certainly downtown LA, my gosh, we're always looking for some niceness.
Yeah. I wish the lights were on, and I wish they would actually let artists do kind of murals on the bridges as well, because I think that would help from the graffiti and everything.
Now back here live, you can see signs of some of that graffiti getting painted over and cleaned up, but on this side of the street, you can also see they've got a long way to go. The mayor weighing in here saying the police department has a specific metal task force, and it is their job to make arrests. They made over last year alone and to recover some of that copper wire. But guys, it's not going to be enough in order to get the lights back on here at the 6th Street Bridge. Reporting live, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Annie Rose, thank you for that. Man accused of killing the conservative political activist Charlie Kirk is expected to make his first court appearance tomorrow. This as new details emerge about the suspected gunman. KTLA's Eric Spillman in the newsroom with more. Eric, good morning.
Morning, Frank. That suspect is 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. He's being held without bail in Utah. He's accused of assassinating Charlie. FBI Director Kash Patel was interviewed on Fox and Friends. He says the accused gunman is not cooperating with authorities, but he says investigators are learning a lot about him from his relatives.
His family has collectively told investigators that he subscribed to left-wing ideology, and even more so in these last couple of years. And he had a text message exchange, he, the suspect, with another individual, in which he claimed that he had an opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and he was going to do it because of his hatred for what Charlie stood for.
Patel says FBI investigators recovered DNA evidence from a screwdriver that was the Robin fired the shot that killed Charlie Kirk. He says DNA that was rifle they believe Robinson used. In both cases, Patel says that DNA matches the suspects. Now, Robinson grew up and lived in heavily Mormon and conservative southern Utah. State voting records show both parents are Republicans, but Utah's Governor Spencer Cox says Robinson became radicalized online after spending a semester at Utah State University in 2021. The governor says Robinson, quote, was going deep into dark places of the internet and gaming culture. And he says investigators have learned a great deal from the person that Robinson was living with.
We do know that the roommate originally talked about, we can confirm that that roommate is a boyfriend who is transitioning from male to female. So we know that piece. I will say that that person has been very cooperative with authorities.
Governor Cox says he cannot say if those details are relevant to the investigation into Charlie Kirk's murder. Kirk was shot and killed on Wednesday as he debated students on the campus of Utah Valley University. Last night, President Trump again blamed what he calls the radical left for Kirk's killing. He ignores examples of right-wing political violence.
Well, the problem is on the left. If you look at the problem is on the left. It's not on the right, like some people like to say on the right. The problem we have is on the left. You know, they're already under major investigation. A lot of the people that you would traditionally say are on the left.
Democrats say the president's approach is just plain wrong. They point out that back in June, a Democratic lawmaker in Minnesota and her husband were assassinated in their home. And back in April, the Democratic governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, was the target of an attack. Somebody firebombed his official residence. He and his family. Here's Arizona Senator interviewed on Meet the Press.
This is clearly a pervasive issue in our country. We are more divided than we have been probably in my lifetime or yours. And if we don't collectively try to come together to fix it, it can get worse. It can get a lot worse.
Back to the suspect. Robin, prosecutors to file formal charges before his court appearance tomorrow in Utah. Those charging documents could provide a lot more information about the evidence so far in this case. Jessica?
Eric, thank you. President J.D. Vance is honoring Kirk by hosting the Charlie Kirk Show this morning. Vice President Vance asked others to join him in paying tribute to his longtime friend.
We owe something to him. He was a joy warrior for our country. He loved America, devoted himself tirelessly to making our country best. He was a critical part of getting Donald Trump elected as president, getting me elected as vice president.
Vice President Vance says Kirk taught him to be a better husband and father, and that is the way he will honor his legacy.
President Trump is floating the idea of withholding federal funding to New York after its governor made her endorsement for New York City mayor. Yesterday, in a New York Times opinion piece, Governor Kathy endorsed Democratic Socialist Zoe for mayor. Says here's her commitment to making New York safe and a free part of President Trump. President Trump wrote on social media that, quote, Washington will be watching this situation very closely. No reason to be sending good money after bad. President Trump has not elaborated on his financial threat.
All right, 10:09 is the time. Well, Mark, with this forecast that could have rain, lightning.
Yep. And it's sort of a tropical feel.
Yeah.
It's not like it's coming in from the east, from the west. It's a tropical feel. It is all fueled by what is Tropical Storm Mario. It will become, by the time it skirts our coast, it'll be just a low pressure system, but still strong enough to pump up some of that subtropical moisture into our area and give us some showers, give us definitely humidity, which we've been experiencing, and also give us the possibility of some 72 now, 3 degrees warmer than it was yesterday at this time. Relative humidity dropping off right now at 73%, and very light winds downtown at 3 miles per hour.